we doing today?
Pretty good.
Horrible.
Yeah.
No.
It is Thursday, which means tomorrow is
Tuesday. Race day.
race day.
She got the heels on and everything. Who you looking
I liked your
for?
jacket you had on.
Going to the club.
I got it. I got it for Christmas. Thanks. Alright. So, triangle sum theorem. So if I add up all three angles, they equal to 180. Cool. So, I am proud of you. Alright, so 52 plus 83 plus...
I forgot about that angle.
You have to add up all three angles. I told you someone would do it. I said someone's going to add only two angles. And what did I say I was going to do? Flick them in the eyeball. You ready?
What?
We didn't have a conversation.
I said if you only add two angles and not three, I'm going to come flick you in the eyeball. All right. What we got? So plus 5. So I've got 4x plus 110 equals 180. Subtract 110 from both sides. I get 70 divided by 4.
You get 110.
I thought it was
It's
140.
4x plus 5. You didn't have the 5.
I did. Is that not 52 plus? Oh, I did 53 like I Googled. Okay, I didn't mean to say Google. I meant to say goober and something else, and Google came out. All right, 52 plus 83, not 53. 140. Oh my gosh. All right, so then subtract, and I get 40. Cha. Divide by 4. X equals 10. We good with that one? Okay. Cool. So x is 10. If I plug it into here, you get 4 times 10, which is 40, plus 5 is 45. I didn't tell you to do that, but it's good practice. All right, so how are we with that? We good? All right, how many angles do we need to add together? 3. If you add 2, I'm going to come flicking the eyeball. Okay, so inside my triangle, let me cover it up. Inside my triangle, I'm given how many angles? 2. How many do I need to add together? 3. So where's my other angle? It's on the outside. Well, why is this one 10x plus 6? They're congruent because why? They're vertical angles, right? It's okay.
Hold on. I thought you put equals to 0
Mm-mm.
I'm thinking about.
You're thinking about isosceles triangles. But that would work, but we were not told it was isosceles, right? So we can't just assume the other one's 28. It's a good guess. It's a good guess. All right, do I have 3 angles? This is one angle. This is a second angle and a third angle. Am I ready to go? Yes. All right, so I've got 36. I don't want to do that in pen. And then I've got 12x. Did I do that right? Yeah. Okay, I didn't accidentally forget 30. Ooh, I love 144. That's such a good number. All right, divide by 12. X is 12. Now, I didn't ask you to do 4, but what type of angle is 126? I mean, it is obtuse. But on number 4, we would need to use the exterior angle theorem.
Wait, do we have to find angle A for number 3?
We do. Oh my gosh. Plug in 12. 2 times 12 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. Thank you for whoever told me to do that. Okay. So remember exterior angle theorem. We add the two angles that don't touch this outside angle. We add them together. So x plus 87 plus 57 plus x. And we set it equal to that outside angle. Okay. Yeah, remember from yesterday? Okay, so add the inside angles that don't touch this angle together and they equal that outside. All right, number 5. We got a lot going on here. What is happening? All right, so it wants this angle. I can find this one, right? So I can do 180 minus 152. What is that? 28. How many angles do I need to make a triangle? 3. Here I'm missing 2 of them, right? So can I solve that one yet? No. So let's look at the other one. So 155, what does that make this angle here? 25. What'd you do? Yeah, why? Because it forms a line, because they're supplementary. Cool. All right, so I have 2 angles. Can I solve for that third one? Yeah, so 180 minus 57 minus 25. And I get 98. All right, how does this triangle help us with the other one, the top one? Right, we have vertical angles, so this is also 98. Now, am I able to solve for this last angle? Yeah, so I do 180 minus 98 minus 28, and I get 54. What's today, the 21st? All right, flip. All right, this one is going crazy. All right, so I've got these tick marks right here. What do those tell me? That we have congruent legs, correct. All right, let's see. This one's kind of hard. All right, so this is x plus 110. Oh, okay. Does anybody know what to do here? All right, where'd you start with?
I started with the 140.
Okay.
I think that was supplementary.
Perfect. So if I cover that up, so this is where I would get like sticky notes or something, so you can cover up part of your image. It kind of blocks out all the craziness going on. So if you look, I have a straight line here, and then it's cut into 2 angles, all right? Which is 180 minus 140, and that gives me 40. Now, let's cover up the other part. Let's just cover up all that. So, what about those 2 angles? They're complementary. How do you know they're complementary? Right, we have that right angle. So, if these 2 angles add up to 90, what's this other angle? 50. 90 minus 40 is 50. All right. Now, let's cover this dude up. So I've got 2 congruent sides, right? So that forces me to have what? 2 congruent angles. Now remember, the congruent angles are across from the congruent sides. So if this angle is 50, what is this angle? 50. All right, so now this is I can either do the exterior angle theorem, or I can find this angle and then subtract that or add those equal 180, but I think remote or exterior angle theorem will work better here. Alright, so exterior angle theorem. So we add the two angles that don't touch this outside angle. And we set it equal to the outside angle. So we had to use a lot of the properties from yesterday that we learned to get to this step. And some of it is from Module 1. Alright, so let's solve it real quick and I'm going to go back over it. Alright, so I've got 100 equals x plus 110. Subtract, I get x equals 10. Alright, did anybody get to this one? Okay, whatever. You're right. Fine. Alright, here we go. Alright. Do we need to start over and look at that
I have
again?
a question.
Yeah.
We gonna have some notes on this because that didn't make no sense. It really didn't.
So we had the notes yesterday about isosceles triangles, and we practiced with isosceles triangles yesterday.
I'm just saying, I understand the exterior and all that jazz, but the angle stuff just didn't make no sense.
So that's Module 1. So look here. So first I cover up this one. This is Module 2 that we are currently in, but this scale is from Module 1. Those two angles create a line.
Well, I got that.
Okay. Well, that's how we had to get all the way over here, right? We couldn't just start here. So let's cover it up. So I know we got that part, but maybe someone else who's quiet didn't. Right? Those two angles form a line, and we know a line is 180. Okay, so I did 180 minus 140 to get this. Alright, so now that helped me because I know that these two angles add up to 90. Right? We still good? Yes, no? Did I lose anybody at that spot? So then 90 minus 40 gets us 50. Now, isosceles triangles, what are they? What is isosceles triangle? What does that mean? Right? Two congruent sides, which means two congruent angles. So if you hear isosceles or you see that you have two congruent sides, that forces you to have two congruent angles. So basically, we were given that one of them is 50. So here, this is our exterior angle that we have. Okay, one of them is 50. So two congruent sides means two congruent angles. So then that means that this angle is also 50 degrees. Okay? Now, here is x plus 110. Now, yeah, I just turned it and got rid of all the stuff, so it was kind of easier to focus on. All right, so now my exterior angle theorem tells me I add the two angles that don't touch this outside angle. I add them together. That was what it told me. Measure of angle 2 is x plus 110. Okay, so then I have these two angles added together equal that outside. Another way to do this is, I know that three angles equal 180, right? So I could have done 180 minus 50, which would have gotten me 80, right? Then I could have said, well, if this is 80, then this has to be 100, and set this equal to 100. That could have been another way to solve it, if you didn't remember the exterior angle theorem. Okay? Alright. Let's look at the next one. Alright, so this is exterior angle theorem once again. Or you can still solve for this angle by subtracting from 180 and then add all those three up and equal to 180. That will still work. It'll just be a lot longer. Okay? So I'm going to use the exterior angle theorem. So I'm going to add my two angles that are on the inside. So 3x plus 9 plus 5x. And you set it equal to that outside angle. exterior angle. So 8x plus 9 equals 65. Subtract 9 from both sides. 56 divided by 8, x equals 7. Yay! Proud of you. That was kind of fast. Were we okay with that one? All right. Last one. We got to use the exterior angle theorem again. So the two angles that don't touch this outside angle, that would be this one, right? We don't want to use something if it's right there. Okay, we have to use the two that don't touch that outside angle. So we add those together and equal it to the outside. Okay, so then I have 6x, and then that is 39 equals 8x plus 15. Alright, and then subtract 2x from this, or 6x from the side, I get 2x. 39 minus 15, get 24. Divide by 2, x equals 12. Alright. It says to find the measure of angle Q. So what do I do with that 12? Plug it in. Is that what we got? Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened. Did you add these two together and equal it to the outside? What'd you do?
What did I do? I don't even know. Oh, I put 48 on the other side.
Oh, okay, yeah. Make sure you add the two inside together to equal the outside. So the inside, they come like they're like a package deal. They come together. Okay, they're inside, they're hanging out, they're friends. All right, so measure of angle Q is 6 times x. What's x? It's 12 minus 9. 6 times 12, 72, minus 9 is 63. All right, so is this coming back from yesterday? You're like, sadly, yes. Okay. So, that is triangle angle sum theorem and exterior angle theorem. So that was what your homework was on yesterday. Okay, hopefully we did okay. Did we all turn it in? Okay, I'm going to check that during mass break, which is right now. So you have till 2:35. Be back at 2:35.
You're trying to find WEF, you're trying to find this angle, right?
WEF, yeah, that outside angle. So let's put it in. Nice job.